It took me longer than it should have, not because the signs weren't there, but because admitting them changed everything. I kept telling myself there was no intent, no plan, no strategy, just bad timing, but timing, I learned, can be chosen, and mine had been chosen carefully. I started replaying the day they brought the papers, not the words. The circumstances, the the beeping machines, the nurse coming in and out, my weakness, my confusion, the way my hand trembled when I held the pen. They didn't ask me to wait. They didn't suggest another day. They didn't say, "We can do this when you're better." They said now, because now was convenient. For them, I remembered how they spoke softly. Not kindly, carefully, like people do when they don't want resistance. They framed it as help, as relief, as protection. They didn't rush me. They didn't need to. I was already slow, already compromised, already dependent. That's when the thought formed clearly for the first time. They didn't take advantage of the situation. They used it. My condition wasn't an obstacle, it was leverage. I tested the idea in my mind, tried to dismiss it, told myself it was unfair to think that way about family. But facts don't disappear because they're uncomfortable. They had waited for the hospital. They had brought the paper to me, not the other way around. They had chosen a moment when I was isolated, when doctors were focused on my body, not my affairs, when questioning felt exhausting. That wasn't accidental. That was planning. I began to notice how often my illness was mentioned afterward, in conversations, in explanations. You weren't well. You don't remember clearly. You were under medication. My condition became a narrative tool, used to minimize my concerns, to explain away my doubts, to suggest unreliability. I was too sick to decide, but apparently well enough to sign. That contradiction stayed with me. It didn't make sense until it did. Sickness didn't remove my legal capacity. It removed my resistance. That was the difference. And once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. Every reassurance felt rehearsed. Every smile felt strategic. I wasn't being cared for. I was being managed. I noticed how decisions were presented as fates accomplis, already done, already handled, always framed as being in my best interest, but never with my full understanding, never with my active participation. I asked questions, carefully at first, casually. The answers were vague, deflective, reassuring without substance. Don't worry, it's standard, it's temporary, the same words, over and over, designed to quiet, not clarify. I felt something shift inside me, the kind of anger, not explosive, focused, the kind that comes when confusion turns into clarity. I wasn't confused anymore. I was being excluded, on purpose. The realization didn't make me feel strong. It made me feel exposed, like I had been visible in all the wrong ways, seen as weak, as convenient, as someone whose trust could be redirected. I thought about how many people this happens to, quietly, in hospital rooms, in recovery beds, when energy is low and dependency is high, when consent becomes a formality, a signature without a voice. That's when fear deepened, not fear of loss. Fear of how easily it had happened, how normal it had seemed, how polite, how calm. Nothing about it had felt violent. And that was the most disturbing part. There was no shouting, no threats, no force. Just timing, tone, and paper. I understood then that my illness wasn't just part of the story. It was the key. And they knew it. If you think stories like this should be told, you can support the channel by liking this video. If you want to keep watching, subscribe to the channel. A new episode every day. Cool doesn't always mean fair.